Welcome. It has happened once again. The landscape, the environment has been altered with. Similar to the M-Cave mine shaft, as we noted previously. This time, it's the return of the covered M-Cave. So similar to what I did with the M-Cave mine shaft, I will be sharing with you a collection of all known recordings dating back from 2014 to 2021 in a time-lapse video of all known investigators and hikers who have been within that area, followed by a few screenshots. Let me know if you see any changes or anything odd within. So from the looks of it, visually, there is a missing piece of rock, and a fair sized piece to say the least. Now, credit to Sebastian, who informed me about this as well as giving timestamps. Now, what could have caused it? Who caused it? And why? Before we get into that, let's have a closer look and compare from a previous year to most recent. So on screen, the one on the left, 2019, is a screenshot from Sean, and then on the right, 2021, is a screenshot from Jay Silverheel's video. Now, as you can see, there is quite a big contrast between the appearance of this supposed cave. If you see highlighted in the red circle on the left-hand side, the topper part of the cave, you've got dark rock, which is resting on top. But then if we look on the right-hand side, where is it? There's a big chunk missing. There you go, there it is. But when we look here, a few years on, it's missing, it's gone. So what's happened? Is there any more differences? Well, on this side, there is still, well, there is dark rock next to it, and then on this slide, there is dark rock as well beneath it. Let's have a look at another slide. So this is from Sean's, the front view of the cave You can see all the rocks as they are, and then on the upper right hand side is a collection of dark rocks, as you can see. This is from looking up above. The circle highlighted on screen right now is basically this. This is the chunk of rock which is now missing. Sean did say it was loose, but it didn't seem to shift that easy, and it can still weigh a fair bit. Now if we go here, this is Jay Silverheels, the front facing shot of the cave. And as you can see, there is a missing chunk of black rock. This on screen is no longer there, is it? It's missing. Is it on the ground level? I can't seem to see it. It doesn't look like it's on the floor. So where else could it be? This is Aquachiggers. As you can see, it seems to be missing, or some part of it at least. That like gap, that lightish part is where some of the black rock should have been, but it's not now. This was like a month before Jay Silverheels. But as you can see, on the ground, there doesn't seem to be any rock. This is just a comparison of Sean's on the left compared to Aqua on the right. And yes, the lower part of the black rock checks out. The top part of the rock does not and is missing. So I would say, in conclusion, whether it is a cave or not, whether it is the M cave or not, one thing for certain, there is someone or something or a group going around altering stuff, changing things, removing stuff. That seems to be the key word, removing objects. Look at the M cave mine. As noted previously in the past video, there was changes made. The ladder either lowered or broken. The brace at the top, the strongest part, removed with tools, with equipment. Why? Was it explained? Did anyone come forth? Did anyone mention anything on any forums that they're responsible? Did they make a video on YouTube? No, nothing, completely quiet. Why is that? And similar to this covered up M cave spot, the supposed one, why did rocks need to be removed? Yes, there have been more hikers in recent time, but did any of them cause that? From the looks of it, no, because from the likes of Aqua, J Chuck, I guess, they said they had a little look at it, they had a brief look, couldn't find anything. So they weren't hands-on like Sean, they're not hands-on like Scott Natal, so I highly doubt they would have touched anything or removed anything, if you understand me. Additionally, they're probably aware that you can't move things or alter stuff because of the rules regarding the landscape and the environment, as Sean discussed in the past. So most likely they weren't responsible. Yes, they were there and were present, but from what they've said in the videos, they didn't show much of them being hands-on, and they didn't say much about them being hands-on. They said they had a brief look, couldn't find anything. It was shallow, nothing to it. And additionally, they were mainly focusing on that M-shaped shallow cave, additionally with the cave next to it, which had the keyhole in. And most of them walked past this supposed covered up cave, aside from Jay Silverheels. Jay Silverheels, you know, did inspect it himself, but he believes there's nothing to it, but it's not a cave, there's nothing going on. So why would he need to really inspect it? He wouldn't. So he's not likely to move it either. And I guess based off age as well. Depends how heavy the rock is as well. You know, it could be heavy. Who's going to really remove that? That's another factor. So was tools used once again or something? And finally, one thing to link back to is just a simple factor of where is the rock? I couldn't see it on the ground. I didn't see it anywhere unless it rolled away. But then again, most likely, if anyone was to, you know, touch it, pick it up, remove it, they would have picked it up by hand and then maybe rolled it off to the side or just dumped it on the floor. But from looking at what I could see on screen from the footage, I couldn't see any rocks around. And that links on to the next point, like with Sean, when he was there at the start, the beginning, and he looked on the side of one of the rock walls.
Where's the rock? Where's the rock that fell from right here? This big spot. It should be right here.
Where's it gone? That's like how it is in this case from the looks of it. It's one thing a person or a group removing something, but it's another thing when whatever it is isn't present. Why has it been taken away? That's the key question. Now, if we look back at Scott Natal, the reason why Scott Natal took whatever he had away, which was the underpants and the cane, was mainly because of DNA, to get it tested, to ask someone. He even mentioned it in his video. That makes sense. But in a case like this, a rock like that, why did anyone do that? Is it because they're going to study it, or they're going to send it somewhere for someone to study, research, you know, along that line of stuff? I can't remember what it's called, the key word for it, people who are involved with that sort of stuff. But yeah, that's possible. But Jay Silverheels, he's interested or involved in that area to do with rocks, or has mentioned some form of it previously, but he didn't think much of it, so who else would? And, you know, if it was just a normal person exploring, removing it, then why are they so secretive? Why have they not mentioned anything? Because most people who are involved in this mystery, is the mystery well known? Is it a big mystery? Depends. Not many people actually cover it, or at least in the past, last year and way before that, from the beginning, 2014, virtually no one covered it in depth. Only just recent time. So because of that, most of the people that are involved now are public, i.e. either posting comments on videos, sharing thoughts, ideas, on certain forums and websites, or people who are actually investigating are actually recording some footage, form of it, and then uploading it on their channel. I don't know what the percentage of explorers and investigators who do go there but don't document it or record it. I'm not sure about that percentage, but from what I can see, all the people that have been there are also active on YouTube or have posted some form of content somewhere. So for someone to be involved and not to be involved in actually publicly talking about it or sharing it with the community, it makes you think, why is that? Are they hiding something? Are they involved in a darker way? Why are they so quiet? Especially if this area, if there's nothing to see, there's nothing going on, why must it be inspected then? You know? And additionally, this is another point. As I said, most of the people that have gone past that area have just walked past it. They've not been up close, they've not been hands-on, they just walked past it. Virtually most of the people that have investigated that area, as you see on the YouTube videos. So whoever this individual or group was, they were a bit more hands-on from the looks of it. So yeah. You know, like with the mine shaft, no one came forth or mentioned anything about that. So it's happened once again in a different area. And it's interesting how it's happening in these key areas as well, which have been mentioned in the past and talked about. So is someone watching? Is someone monitoring? What area is going to be altered next? Who knows? I think at the end of the day though, in this case scenario, there is no sabotage, no. But it's very pointless and confusing to think, why would someone need to remove that rock? Why did they not remove more of the rock? The only other possible idea would be naturally it eroded, or there was some form of erosion and the rock rolled away. That's all I can think of. Sean did say the rock was loose, but to be honest, when he was trying to move it or shift it, it didn't look that loose, so you don't know. And it looked quite heavy as well, so it does raise the question of what type of person, were they using any equipment? Who knows? In an isolated scenario, an experience and encounter like this, seeing that what's happened might not mean much, but because of previous things being noted down, such as the mine shaft being sabotaged, keyword sabotaged, it kind of reinforces the idea that there might be some kind of link, something being pieced together by someone or a group of people. That's what it seems like. So that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this 100th video. Kind of ironic how we've done like a circle all the way back to the original spot of where Kenny Veach was, of where really the first noted supposed M cave was, if you get me. So that's kind of interesting. I hope you enjoyed this video. That's it for now. See you next time. Goodbye.